Steve Wynn is one such icon. He is an American business magnate and a visionary best known for single-handedly reviving Las Vegas through the development of high-end casino resorts like the world-renowned Mirage, the Bellagio, Wynn Las Vegas, and Encore. This is his story. Steve Wynn was born Stephen Allen Weinberg on January the 27th, 1942 in New Haven, Connecticut. His father Michael, who owned a chain of bingo parlors all over the East Coast and changed the family's last name to Wynn to avoid anti-Jewish discrimination that was prevalent at that time. Steve Wynn was raised in Utica, New York, and graduated from the Manlius School, a prestigious private school in New York in 1959. From there, he attended the University of Pennsylvania, where he would receive his BA in English literature. He was planning to go to law school and continue his Ivy League education when tragedy struck. His father passed away in the middle of his open-heart surgery. The 21-year-old Steve had to deal not just with the sudden loss of his father, but with $350,000 of gambling debts that his father left behind. Steve relinquished a position at Yale Law School and took charge of his family's business. He worked very hard to re-establish the business, and within a year, he expanded the business and transformed it into a profitable one. He turned his attention from bingo to larger possibilities. Even though Vegas back then was nothing like what we see today, Steve was ready to capitalize on it, and in 1967, he and his wife Elaine relocated to Las Vegas. He used the profit from the bingo parlors and bought a piece of the Frontier Casino. Steve made the right financial connections, which became instrumental in his success. He became close friends with Perry Thomas, who was known to be one of the most influential bankers in Las Vegas. Thomas was the president of the Bank of Las Vegas, which was the only bank at that time that would extend loans to Las Vegas casinos. He also became friends with Frank Sinatra. While owning a small stake in the Frontier, he simultaneously opened a liquor distributing company. With the help of Perry Thomas, he used the income from this company to purchase land on the northwest corner of Flamingo Road and Las Vegas Boulevard. This is the corner occupied by Caesar's Palace. Steve was a smart businessman, and he quickly announced that he would build a small casino on the odd-shaped property. He knew that Caesars wouldn't risk having a small casino as a neighbor. He was right. Caesars paid $2,250,000 to acquire the property. Steve invested this new wealth into the Golden Nugget on Fremont Street. With Thomas's help, he did so through a hostile takeover. He purchased enough stock to get on the board of directors. Steve quadrupled revenue in just 1 year and made Golden Nugget a luxurious and lucrative resort in Las Vegas. Frank Sinatra was a periodic headliner at the Golden Nugget and even did ad commercials for the resort alongside Wynn himself. Atlantic City, New Jersey became the next stop for Steve, where he built the Golden Nugget in 1980. Ever since he moved to Vegas, Steve had a vision to build a themed resort on the Strip. He sold Golden Nugget Atlantic City for $440 million to turn his vision into reality. He purchased the parcel of land that now hosts Mirage and Treasure Island from the Howard Hughes estate. Mirage was considered a risky investment, and it cost Steve $630 million to build it. It was financed with junk bonds issued by Michael Milken. Mirage opened in November of 1989, a 3,044-room Polynesian-themed hotel and casino with an eruptive volcano at the entrance and an indoor forest. It was the most expensive hotel casino in history. The hotel became a venue for the Siegfried and Roy show in 1990, and in 1993 it hosted Cirque du Soleil. Other casinos on the Strip were forced to do renovations to compete with the Mirage. His next Las Vegas project was a family-orientated resort, the Treasure Island. It was built in the Mirage's old parking lot with an overall cost of $450 million and opened in 1993. To this day, there are nightly pirate battles in the hotel's man-made lake. From there, Steve Wynn moved on to one of his most noteworthy achievements, the Bellagio. Once again, Wynn raised the bar for other casinos in Las Vegas. Bellagio opened in 1998, and at $1.6 billion in construction, it was the world's most expensive casino at that time. The Italian Renaissance theme and luxurious dancing fountains on the hotel's 8.5-acre man-made lake have made it one of the most iconic spots on the Strip. In 1999, Wynn expanded in Biloxi, Mississippi, where he developed Beau Rivage. It was the largest hotel/casino outside of Nevada. Mirage Resorts Incorporated was sold to MGM Grand Incorporated for $5.6 billion in June 2000. 5 weeks before the deal was closed, Wynn purchased the Desert Inn for $270 million. Wynn took Wynn Resorts Limited public in 2002, but a self-made billionaire was far from done. In 2005, Wynn opened another multi-billion-dollar casino, Wynn Las Vegas, on the site of the former Desert Inn. It was the largest privately funded construction project in the nation at that time. The copper-colored tower bears his very signature that reaches above the Las Vegas skyline. A year later, he opened Wynn Macau in the largest gaming jurisdiction in Asia. 3 years later, he opened Encore Casino and Resort on the same property as Wynn Las Vegas. He also opened an Encore in Macau. In May of 2006, Time magazine included Wynn as one of the world's most influential people. He also received an honorary doctorate from the University of Pennsylvania. Forbes magazine named him a captain of capitalism in 2007. Wynn is also known for his big personality and presence, tanned with perfect teeth. He was his own pitchman on commercials alongside Frank Sinatra, and his smooth-talking narratives are the hold music on his resort phone lines and the voiceover at his extravagant show La Rive. Wynn has amassed a mega art collection, much of which is on display at the Bellagio. The Fiori di Cuomo, a massive glass structure on the hotel lobby ceiling, is rumoured to have cost $40 million. He reportedly paid a record $35.8 million for a painting by J.M.W. Turner and $47.5 million for a painting of a peasant by Vincent van Gogh. Wynn owns Picasso's La Rive, which he bought for around $60 million. He famously tried to sell the painting to Stephen A. Cohen for $139 million in 2006, but he put his elbow through the canvas at a dinner party shortly before the deal was completed. Wynn has also become an avid collector of Chinese art and has spent millions of dollars on Chinese art objects for his Macau resorts. As for his personal life, he married Elaine Pascal in 1963. Elaine was instrumental in helping Steve build his empire. The couple divorced in 1986, only to remarry in 1991. After another 19 years together, they divorced again in 2010. They have 2 daughters, Kevin and Gillian. The divorce was amicable, but the legal battle over Wynn Resort stock was bitter. Wynn married Andrea Hissam in a ceremony at the Wynn Las Vegas in 2011. In 2017, Wynn became finance chairman of the Republican National Committee. In January of 2018, Steve Wynn, who had spent decades reshaping Las Vegas from its mob and gambling roots into a resort destination focused on family-friendly ambience, found himself at the center of a major controversy, facing allegations of sexual misconduct. Even though he was defiant of the allegations and blamed his ex-wife Elaine for stirring up trouble, he resigned as finance chair of the RNC and as the chairman and CEO of Wynn Resorts. In 2020, a federal judge dismissed a lawsuit filed by 9 anonymous women on the basis that there was no justification for anonymity. The lawsuit could be refiled. Steve Wynn lives in Palm Beach, Florida, and his net worth is estimated at $3.2 billion as of 2021. These are a few quotes by the man who changed Las Vegas forever. If you want to make money in a casino, own one. I am the perfect example of someone who got lucky by being in the right place at the right time. Money doesn't make people happy. People make people happy. Thank you for watching. Please